Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chef Shelley's Kitchen. Guess who we have here? We've got my sister Karen playing sous chef today. She, of course, loves the beach as much as we do, and she's like, I'm here for a week. I'm like, okay, fine. We're doing some taping, so it just changes up things a little bit. So I'm so glad you're here, and I know you like salsa and chips.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're making today. We're making homemade salsa. And I have to thank my neighbors, Sarah and my neighbor Sue, for actually planting the seed to do a salsa, because I'm growing jalapeno peppers. They're still in season. They're still producing. I've got still some on the vine now. And so I had so many, I was asking my neighbors, hey, do you want some jalapenos? Do you want jalapenos? Because I got the jalapenos. Kurtis likes everything hot and spicy.
Absolutely.
Including his women. And so I pickle jalapenos for him. Yeah, and if you love pickled jalapenos, look out, search my site. There's a show where I do pickled jalapenos. So that's what I've been doing. But I had like 2 jars of pickled jalapenos. It's like, that's enough pickled jalapenos.
Right.
So that's why I started sending the jalapenos throughout the neighborhood.
Okay.
And then I thought, wow, I've actually never made a homemade salsa. So voila, here it is. So as many cases, I start with kind of looking at multiple recipes. I have tweaked this, and to me, this is perfection. So let me tell you about all the ingredients here, and Karen's gonna serve as my sous chef and put everything in the blender for us, but let me tell you about what we have here. And of course, as always, the quantities are in the description. So you have to look down and it'll list everything there in the quantities. But there's something that I want to tell you about the jalapenos. So if you think about going to the stores, I don't know about you, when you get your salsa, do you get it mild, medium, or hot?
Medium.
That's us too. We like medium. So to figure out which one, if you're a mild person, when you get to the jalapenos, you want to take all of the seeds out. Every seed is still going to be delicious, but it's going to be mild.
Right.
We like medium, like you like medium. So really, you can use a half of a jalapeno, the seeds in there. And try not to use the side that has a whole bunch of them.
Right.
As a matter of fact, what you probably want to do is use half with the least amount of seeds, and then maybe take some seeds and put it on the side. Because the thing about this recipe, and we'll go through this, is you taste it, right? And we're going to taste ours at the end, but you should make it your own. If you want yours a little saltier, add a little more salt. If you want it a little hotter, add some more jalapeno, the seeds, okay? So that's the thing. The other thing you can do to make it a little spicier is adding hot sauce. So we're not gonna add hot sauce. This is gonna get us just fine with this. So let me tell you all the stuff that's here, and then as I start talking about it, I'll have Karen to start putting it in our processor. So of course you all know I love my Vitamix. I use it for everything. But if you have a bullet or a food processor, you can use that instead. And the trick here is going to be, do you like yours chunky or do you like it more liquidy? That will determine how much you end up pulsing these. We like ours chunky, like we usually get medium chunky, like that. So we're not going to pulse size as much because of that. All right. Okay. So you can go on. Let me just talk about the tomatoes, and then you can put those in. So this is Roma tomatoes. She's going to add, you can go on and add that. This is diced petite potato, tomatoes, not potatoes, tomatoes. So she's going to put that in. There's also fresh cilantro that I've cut up. There is red onion, half of a red onion. Then green onion, you want to slice that. And the reason why you might be saying, well, wait a minute, if you're going to put it in the food processor, Why do you need to cut it up? Because we're only pulsing this a little at a time. So you want it already kind of, you know, chopped up some, okay? So she's gonna put in there, so green onions, and then I'm gonna get to work on these jalapenos. And so she's gonna put in the cilantro. The other thing outside of the jalapenos we have is lime juice, and then some spices. We have cumin, chili powder, salt, and pepper. And again, this is where you're gonna have a variety of, you know, start with the amounts that I recommend as your starting place, and then add, if you want a little more chili pepper, add a little more. But test it after you try it, okay? All right, she's going so fast, I have to hurry up.
You want me to slow down?
No, you can just add everything else, because this isn't gonna take me long at all. I will just go in and cut these up really easily, quickly, and you can add everything else to it.
So may I ask a question?
Oh, you can ask as many questions as you would like.
So I'm not a big cilantro person. I
Yes.
know most people love cilantro, but
Yes.
so in a recipe like this, would you suggest maybe leaving it out, or maybe just not put as much?
Nope, I was put in the recipe because you're not going to really taste the cilantro. Remember, it's what else did I make for you not long ago or something? You're like, I don't like cilantro. And then when you tasted it, it was like, I can't taste the cilantro. It was a dressing. Remember
Oh, the
that
dressing,
lime?
yes.
That was lime, you
Yes.
know, cilantro. And a vinaigrette, a lime cilantro vinaigrette, and it was more and less ingredients. And
Sure.
what did you think of that?
It was good.
Was good. So yeah, go with it. You're gonna be just fine. You'll be just fine.
Peppers.
All right. Yep. Put in the jalapenos, and then you've got the lime. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start pulsing. We've got the tortillas nearby, so she and I can do a taste test. But like I said, you want to make sure, just start with what I have and then add based upon your own taste, okay? So, and then scrape that really well. This is still a lot in there.
Oh,
So scrape that all out. Beautiful. Oh, I love those. And it's in the comment section. I also use my herb cutter. I'll put that in the comment section as well. It's
yes, I
my
love that.
favorite, one of my favorite things. I can't remember where I found that, but
I don't know.
Oh
but
my
you
gosh.
gave me one as a gift, and I love
yes,
it.
I love it. Your herb cutter. Okay, so let's hold on to this. I'm going to just leave that for there for now. So let's go on and put that on.
Is that right?
Well, put it this way. Okay, and then you're just gonna do 1 second pulses. So we're gonna go pulse, no, that's it. One pulse. Okay, do it like that. Yes. Okay. And one thing we can do, let's do this. Let me just do this. Let's stir this around just a little bit. And just to make sure the cilantro gets in there. And then we're gonna just continue doing and you can see how this is gonna be nice and chunky.
Yes.
But again, if you don't want it as chunky, just keep pulsing. So let's go for it. We're gonna just keep doing this for a few times. It looks so good. But I tell you what, this is the way to do it. It may seem like, oh God, come on, can't you just do it? No, if you want spaghetti sauce,
Oh yeah.
this is how you're gonna make spaghetti
You can
sauce.
see how it's starting to get juicy.
Exactly. But let's
Still
I
go.
think you can go some more. Yeah. Let's go just a little bit more. And again, this is gonna be how juicy do you want it? Okay, let's take a look.
Okay.
Because if you don't want it juicy, if you're like us and you like it chunky, then you kind of want to keep it as is. This actually looks really good. I think that this is nice and chunky. I think let's pulse it 2 more times. Let's just pulse it 2 more times for good measure. And then I think we're going to be ready to do a taste test.
Okay.
Let's do one more. And it's one of those things, I'm eyeballing it, of course.
Right. Is that enough?
I think so. We can always pulse it some more, right?
Sure.
All right, so let's take this off for now. Oops, sorry about that.
That's great.
And get your dip in there and get your chip. Oh, I'm touching her chips. Let me touch my own chip. And then hold your chip. And you got a small chip. See, girlfriend got a big chip. I got a big old chip here. All right, let's give it a swirl. Let's try it.
She didn't cheers my chip.
Oh, I'll choose the next one. Yes. Seasonings are on point, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right, let's try one more. I'll cheers your chip.
So fresh.
So fresh. And I'm glad you mentioned that because I'll cheers your chip this time. What I'm doing is I'm actually storing these in smaller little containers, and then you can give them out. All right, cheers to the salsa.
The happy dance.
Yeah, I got that from my husband.
Very
Okay,
good.
we have made homemade salsa.
Yes.
Didn't take us any time at all. The art is in the chopping, pulsing it. Don't do it too fast. Otherwise, you're going to have spaghetti sauce.
Correct.
But again, if you like it a little creamier, juicier, you can do that. Any other questions you can think of? When you can have some more?
Right.
I was reading her mind.
What time? We eat it.
Once we finish taping, Kurtis always tells me, stop eating so much on the show, Shelley. Okay. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in once again to Chef Shelley's Kitchen, where I come out with an episode every other week. If you haven't subscribed and this is your first time, hit that little subscribe button. And I really try to come up with something that's healthy, is delicious, and simple. And this was incredibly simple and very healthy, as you said, so fresh.
Yes.
So this will be wonderful. And if you like the recipe, please like it for me, okay? Because that sends a message to Facebook and YouTube to promote the marketing of it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.
Bye-bye.